Hello and welcome to online edu classes of Brilliant Public School by Kailash Kumar sir. Children, in this video we are going to continue with our previous topic of class 5 English, that is chapter 14, The Pied Piper of Hamelin. This poem is written by Robert Browning and this is the third part of our video. In the first and second part, we have studied all about the town of Hamelin and the disturbance created by the rats and how the Pied Piper helped the people of Hamelin to get rid of the rats. But unfortunately, there was unexpected event happened just due to because the mayor ignored the amount which was to be paid to Pied Piper in return of his work. So to take a revenge, the Pied Piper played a different tone, a different sound from the flute, and by which the children of the town were hypnotized and they followed the Pied Piper to an unknown place from where the children never returned. Right, children? So let's explore the poem, the story further. In the third act, scene 1, the mayor and the council stand frozen. Frozen means they were unable to move, they were unable to change their position from their place where they were standing. They are unable to move. They watch their children led by the Pied Piper. As the Pied Piper played a different tone, so the people of the city, the town, were unable to move from their place. Only the children were able to move and they were following the Pied Piper. Narrator says, the mayor fell dumb and so did the council. They were frozen stiff. Stiff means not easily bent or changed in shape, rigid. So they were fixed in their position. The people were unable to move a step or cry to their children. All they could do was follow them with their eyes. The power of the hypnotization was such that they were unable to move from their place and even they were not able to utter a voice. Means they were unable to distract the attention of the children. Mayor, struggling to off the corner of his mouth. They are turning to the river. Means the mayor was first of all unable to speak a single word there, but also anyhow he tried to utter by saying that they are turning to the river, means they are moving towards the river. Maybe the incident will repeat as it was done with the rats. They are also going to drown in the river. Corporation member said he was in alarmed position. What will happen to our sons and daughters? So he was also totally shocked when he saw that the Pied Piper is leading the children towards the river. He also thought that they are also going to drown as the same how the rats drowned in the river and died. Narrator, the Pied Piper turned, leading the children to Koppelberg Hill. At once the townsfolk were relieved. Relieved means no longer feeling distressed or anxious. Reassured means the narrator is narrating here that the Pied Piper turned the children, leading the children to Koppelberg Hill. They all were relieved. The townsfolk were relieved. What they thought earlier, that the Pied Piper is making the children drown in the river. Townsfolk looking elated. Elated means make ecstatically happy. They were extremely happy when they saw that the Pied Piper is not making the children drown in the river. He can't cross that mighty hill. His pipe will drop. The children will stop. So the people thought that the Pied Piper will not be able to cross that large hill, that mighty hill. His pipe is definitely going to drop and the children will stop when the sound will stop coming. So this was the thought which people thought in their mind. Narrator further says, but when they reached the mountain side, a wondrous portal opened wide, as if a part of the hill were suddenly hollowed. The Pied Piper marched in, and the children followed. All except a lame child entered. Wondrous portal means a mysterious door, such a magical door which was never seen by anyone ever. But what happened? There was one exception with a lame child. He was not able to enter that mysterious door. Right, children? So the scene here is that the Pied Piper took the children inside the hill through a mysterious door, and the only lame child was not able to enter that mysterious portal. So he returned back to the town. I saw the sights that they saw. Now the lame child is narrating these all scenes, what he saw there, to the people of Hamelin. He says that he saw the sights that the children saw. The joyous land where waters gushed and fruit trees grew. Gushed means flow out something in a rapid and plentiful stream. Everything was strange and new. The sparrows were brighter than peacocks. Their dogs outran our deer. Their honeybees had lost their sting, and their horses were born with eagle's wings. So these are the mysterious things which he observed there in that place inside the mysterious door. But unfortunately, as he was lame, he couldn't enter that door. Lame child further says, I was left outside all alone. I couldn't enter the promised land. I had to go back home. So he is telling that as he was lame, so he couldn't enter that door, that promised land. As a result, he had to go back to home. Narrator further says, Hamelin, having suffered a great tragedy, having lost all its children, tried to pay the Pied Piper, but he was nowhere to be found. Tragedy means an event causing great suffering, destruction, and distress, such as a serious accident, crime, or natural catastrophe. Catastrophe means a disaster. So it was not less than a disaster for the town of Hamelin, for the people of Hamelin, as it was all due to the decision taken by the mayor. If he would have not denied the Pied Piper for his money, for his amount, for his work, the children would be there in that town playing happily. But as it was a very sad incident for the entire town, so there was no option left now. The people searched for the Pied Piper and the children, but they were found nowhere after that incident. Narrator says, so before I go, let me leave you with words of wisdom. Whether they pipe us free of rats or mice or provide us with a service, if we have given them our word, we must keep our promise. Wisdom means the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment, the quality of being wise. Word means promise. Right, children? So, whenever we promise something to someone, we should always keep our promise. We should never deny with that. Otherwise, we have to pay a high amount for it. So, this was all about the chapter The Pied Piper of Hamelin, written by Robert Browning. Children, I hope this poem in the form of story is clear to you all, and you will never forget this. So thank you all. Have a nice day. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.